Hi Scorpio, how are you? Hope you had a wonderful February. Accurate February. I hope you had an accurate February. We're again, once again, with your tarot reading, this time for March 2018. If you are returning, if you have been here with me for January and February, thank you. Happy to have you again. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Hope you resonate. If you don't, keep in mind these are general readings. Watch your moon, sun, and rising because they give an inclusive guidance. Good start with the cards that fell. I'll show them to you in a second. And also, you know, if this doesn't resonate, a different video will resonate. It's okay. Take what you can, leave aside what you can't. Copy paste it to your story. If I say divine masculine or divine feminine, it's the energy. You can be a divine feminine in the body of a man. You can be a divine masculine in the body of a woman. I'll just generally say the stereotype and the archetype just because it's easier for the sake of the communication. Okay? All right. First two cards that fell for Scorpio for March. First card that fell, Ten of Pentacles. Second card, the Fool. Now, both of them are very, very good cards. But they are quite different from each other. What do I mean by that? Ten of Pentacles is an extremely, extremely earthly card. It's the Pentacles, it's the earth, it's the stability, it's the embodiment of that element, the best expression, most positive expression of it. It's finding your place, your roots, your past, present, and future with balance. It's having your family, it's having your love, it's having your career and wealth and health and prosperity and everything you can imagine. It's like the ultimate card for the earthly expression of our life. Family, partnership, children, generations, money, etc., etc. And with that comes the Fool. And now the Fool is a very spiritual essence that goes through that, but it's not like, this is an ultimate card of fulfillment, a place where you want to stay for the rest of your life. But this card for him, the Fool looks at every situation, good or bad, as an experience, as a learning opportunity. So some of you almost like, and if I'm talking to the spiritual aspect of you, to those of you who do energy or spiritual work, it's almost like you feel like you've been in that place of fulfillment and success on all matters of the heart and matters of work and all that. And okay, I've learned the lesson. What's next? It's like the person that leaves a very good nest and a very good household or a very, very good career for something completely new or for a new direction and goes out on a road trip out of nowhere. And people are like, what? Like, this is something that everybody can only dream of, and you have it, and then you take a leap of craziness, as people might view, and go out and about to travel or to experience the world. This could be the young adult that is now leaving the nest of the parents and going out there to, you know, have their own life and create their own Ten of Pentacles. I'm sorry. This can be just like, okay, something in me, I know that on the surface, like black and white kind of truth, I'm supposed to be very, very happy and I have everything I ever wanted, but something feels like incomplete and there's more I need to explore, and my soul is kind of urging me to move forward and to search and to travel and to discover. And okay, I'm doing this. Also, it's not like the Fool is coming. If the Fool were to, were to land like this, that the Fool is coming into this, I would be like, okay, there's a willingness to take a risk and take a leap of faith and just go on the journey of love and family and just do it all. But it came out like this. He is moving away from that, moving a home for somewhere new, for a new adventure. Maybe. 20-year-old is leaving the nest. Maybe. parents who are concerned with their child who has a very different outlook on life than they do, and the parents and the family and the culture or the religion or the organization want to inflict their point of view on them from love and care, but they have just a different way of looking at things, and they want to have different experiences, so they seem a little bit crazy in compared to that. But it's not even a question. This individual is already stepping out. You can't do anything other than accept this. The Fool does not look back. He has his own rhythm. He beats in his own, he ticks in his own rhythm. That's what I'm trying to say. He has his own heartbeat that resonates with the universe. He's very in tune. He's not a whack job. He's not. He just views things differently and usually very accurately. He sees what you can't see. It's like you're like, okay, I'm on the second floor and this is the view that I see, therefore this is what exists and this is the best. But the Fool is on the 10th floor and he describes, you're on the phone, right? And he describes everything that he sees from the 10th floor and the view and this and that and the further countries. But you're like, no, that I don't see that. It's a matter of perception. Maybe you are this and you are handling someone else or others who are in that place. Scorpio is tricky. You guys can go either or. You're either extremely in the dogma and just going really, really deep in loyalty to what you are familiar and knowing, or you are a completely free spirit, like a bird, and like you have your own rhythm. Scorpio is water. It's deep waters. You never know what you're gonna get with a Scorpio, and it's lovely. Let's keep going. And very interesting start for the month of March, my dear Scorpios. I want to see where this is taking us, where this is taking you guys. There is the sun in the horizon. There is the bird, the hawk that is guiding the way. He's not really jumping off a cliff to his death. Have trust. If this is you, this is okay. If this is someone that you know and that you're worried about, let them fly. Let them fly. There's nothing you can do to hold them back. And I know it comes from a very good, supportive, caring place. But just, he has the point of view of the eagle. You're here on earth, or whoever is trying to hold you back is here on earth, and it's beautiful. There's a new adventure to take. I feel like it's also like it's this child here growing up, from a child to a teenager or to a young adult. Interesting story here. It won't speak to all of you, but those who it does speak to, I'm gonna continue with this narrative. This can also be not necessarily in a way of like someone who's trying to hold you back. Maybe there's a good support system where you have the place that brought you up, that educated you, that gave you good foundation and sense of security and a sense of belonging in this world, and now you feel free to go out to your to your adventures, and you have that support system that you can always return to. And the next card that falls down is the Nine of Cups. This is amazing. This is very positive and bright and free. It's both safe and free. Safe and free. Secure and released. So you're not locked in a golden cage. You're not held back. You are free to be on your journey of self-fulfillment and love. And pursue the things that you believe in and true love. The actual twin flame relationship and not the... Okay, there's another narrative. I'll go to it. But you are going on a very truthful journey of self-discovery and of discovery of love. And you have the support and the guidance. You have the support and the acceptance of your environment. Maybe you didn't always have that, but now you do. After blind faith, but not really blind, because your heart saw the truth. This is also the suit of cups, the suit of the heart. This is Cupid and Psyche, the god of love and the god of the soul, of the spirit, the psychology. Now here's another interesting narrative that I just came up with. So, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. If we think about Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, they are very similar cards of fulfillment and joy. Ten of Pentacles would come, the Pentacles will come more from an earthly place of security and hard work. And the Suit of Cups, Nine of Cups, or Ten of Cups will come more from a place of faith and flow and manners of the heart. And it's almost like this individual that I was saying in the beginning that is leaving a very secured nest to a new adventure. It looks weird because he has everything. But he's leaving, and where is he going? To the Nine of Cups. So it's another type of wonderful fulfillment, but only that it comes from a more spiritual and heart place. It's like you're moving on from the lesson and from the journey of the earth, of the 3D, of the practical, which you have mastered and you've reached fulfillment. And now you're like, okay, I'm ready for the spiritual fulfillment. I'm ready to take another leap. Most people will stop here, but I know that there's more. And I want to experience the fulfillment from the heart and from the soul. And I want to listen to the universe, and I want to listen to divine inspiration. And if this is a beautiful partnership of two people who really get along, this is a divine partnership of twin flames that have been together many lifetimes, and now finally they are uniting. This is another narrative. Now, I've said different narratives, about 2 or 3 narratives in this reading. You know which one is yours so far, right? Maybe it's all of the above. I don't know. They kind of connect with each other. It's the same materials that create a different image or a different dish, but the same material, different recipe. Same material, different expression. I am in awe. This is beautiful. And if you are that individual that is leaving something good for the sake of something great, that is so brave and spiritual, and it will reward itself. You are correct. You are correct. Nine of Cups, the wish fulfilled. Maybe it's both. Maybe you are a child watching, and your parents got divorced, and each of your parents got remarried, and now you have 2 beautiful families to support you. Both of them are lovely and wonderful. That's another narrative. So far, all the narratives, though, are brave and happy. And I'm really inspired by you guys. Scorpios. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Maybe even Venus. If you know your Venus. I see my Venus sign. I watch the videos for my Venus sign. I'm Aries Venus. So I watch my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Many times the Aries really speak to me, even though I'm a Taurus. All right, but let's keep going with... I want you to see these cards. I want you to look at them. And I'm going to mix the cards and see the rest of the reading for Scorpio for March 2018. What else in this story? Although this is the completion of the story. The Fool is allegedly the 0, but it's also the everything, right? 1009. 1009. Okay. Guidance for Scorpio for the month of March. Okay. This is it. This is our reading. Oh my god. Okay, you guys ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this. Wow. 8 of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. We have 2 9s, 2 8s. Queen of Wands represents Leo, August, 8 and 8. There's a lot of movement. The Fool is a traveler. 8 of Wands can speak of movement, travel. 9 of Wands is in movement. There's traveling, I think maybe for the sake of work, maybe traveling that combines work and a relationship. Some of you may go out on a work endeavor and meet someone, or it will be with someone that you're working with and you're traveling with, and it's all a lot of fun and fulfillment and work and passion and love. This is really, really cool. Like, there's so much freedom and safety. Again, I'm saying it. Freedom, independence, and sense of knowing who you are. Queen of Wands, she's a leader. She's passionate. She knows who she is. She knows what she loves. She probably has her own business of something very creative that she loves. She's working hard. The 9 of Pentacles is also a very strong financial success after very hard work. This is the story of Daedalus, the artist, of the most famous artist in the kingdom, in the Greek mythology. So here he has everything. He worked hard. He has money. And here in the 10 of Pentacles, he has also the wife and the children. But there's a sense of, oh, there's more to experience. There's more to learn. I want this. And it's kind of a cycle of, but it's not the cycles that you're stuck at. It's the cycles of a new adventure, fulfilling it, achieving it, succeeding in it, and going on another one and on another one. If you are a spiritual person that does these journeys, wow. Okay. If this speaks to you more, not in as I keep changing my life, the way I live, and like keep succeeding again and again and again, only in different fields, which is probably rare and probably won't speak to most of you. Some of you are moving, but to a better home. Better home, I think more likely something that is more happy for you and fun. Maybe you were in a place where it was more, I don't know, organized or practical, maybe bigger, and now you're moving to somewhere that, even though maybe smaller or not as fancy as the first one, it feels more intimate, more loving. Maybe the scenario, the environment is more of water. There's movement from earth to water, and from water to fire, and then earth again in the 9 of Pentacles. I don't see swords here, but I'm honestly not really missing the swords in readings these days, because swords can, yeah, they're the cognitive, they're the thought, they're also the spirituality and the lessons, but they are very much so the hard lessons in our lives and the karma and the pain. And I'm kind of happy that we're getting released of it, especially you Scorpios, that you're so deep and you're so brave and you're not afraid of, you know, searching and researching into your own self, like going deep and discovering yourself. You're not afraid of that. Many people are scared of the truth, of their inner truth. Not you, not the Fool. You're always so brave. You always go so deep. You're not afraid to get hurt in order to discover the truth. But here, finally, there's a sense of, you know, just a lighthearted movement. I feel like some of you are were in a stable relationship, but then someone came along and kind of stirred things up and brought up in you dreams, fantasies, energy, passion that you maybe didn't know exists or forgot that had existed, and you're ready to try with this person. You're ready to go out on that adventure. That might be the narrative for some of you guys. What else? Yeah, you are very much in tune right now with your instincts. I have so many animals here. I have the hawk, and I have the dolphins, and I have Pegasus, and I have the lioness, and they're all like with us. You know, the dolphins are carrying the ship, the horse is carrying the knight, the lioness is loyal to the Queen of Wands. She's watching over her. The hawk is seeing the possibilities and the potential, and kind of whispers in the fool's ear and like, yes, yes, you can do it. There's this and there's this thing over there, and there's that over there, and don't worry. I feel like you are tapping into your essence, to your core, to your instincts, to your inner knowledge, to your inner beast. A lot of energy, a lot of life. Wow. And it's not only completely new, and it's not only completely old. It's a really nice balanced combination of all of it. See, 2 8s is change and movement, and I got 2 very positive cards with that. And I think there's also a change of relationship, because I see a change in the 8 of Wands, and I have 2 of Dolphins. It's a couple. It's again the divine unity of the twin flame. Interesting. And here there's another woman. But I don't feel like there's a dilemma. I feel like there's an inner knowledge. I feel like there's a very clean move between one thing to another. And it feels adventurous, and it feels a little bit crazy, but your stomach tells you you're on your right track. I am telling you, you are on your right track. Beautiful reading. Let's see bottom of the deck. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. This is all possible and will continue to provoke healing from childhood psychology. Okay? You're going away from that pain. I feel like you're leaving a home that some of you are leaving a home that on the surface looks very stable and strong, but behind closed doors, there's a lot of fighting and mistrust and backstabbing, or not even backstabbing, like literally in front of you, stabbing you in the front. And there's like a new energy of like, I deserve better. I want to move away from this, and I'm willing to lose it all. 5 of Pentacles. I'm willing to be the wanderer, the beggar, homeless even, these 2 together. To reunite with a calling. A calling from the past. When I say a calling from the past, it could be someone from the past that has entered back into your life. But it could be someone seemingly new that you've known for lifetimes. Especially with the 6 of Cups. There's a story of generations past, not just of this lifetime, but from past lifetimes, that is now returning, and you are listening to it. You are willing to let go of what is seemingly on the surface strong and good, but maybe not so. That keeps hurting you and keeps, putting you down. You're like, suddenly your head is above water, and you know you're holding your worth. You're holding the heart that was stabbed. You're like, no, I deserve to feel better. I deserve to be on that white horse, And I'm willing to take the risk of either being alone or homeless or losing everything. 5 of Pentacles is losing everything. But just because of the way those came out, and he's going towards this character here, the 6 of Cups, which is either his divine feminine, divine partner. Like 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups, yeah. It's the same story that repeats itself, only gives me a bit more details as to the situation of one of the narratives. Leaving a home that on the surface looks great, but hurts you a lot, knowing that you deserve suddenly something better. The heart is calling, and you're willing to take the risk to leave it all, just like the Fool is doing here, towards the 9 of Cups, towards the 6 of Cups. Right now, you don't know yet that it's the 9 of Cups. You're taking a risk. You're like, maybe I won't have anything. And you're going towards her. It's a very heavy feeling. You're carrying a lot of burden in this journey of truth, in this journey of discovery. Like, what if I'll end up being burned by my desire, being burned by my faith, being burned by what I think is truth? What if I'm hoping that it will be this ship, but what I'm going to get is this dry ship, and then I'm going to get burned? But good news are, Three of Cups. You're going to go to the journey. So you're coming from here. We start with the Ten of Pentacles, which is the ultimate fulfillment. You had it all. You're leaving it all. Wow, you're so crazy. Huh? Allegedly. And with all this journey, you arrive here. Now, the 3 is a smaller number than the 10, yes. He's still on the rock. He's still pursuing. It's not tied up like it's in here. It's relatively in the start. It's starting something, but from a lot of heart and a lot of faith and a lot of magic. He's like it's Cupid that flies and takes her off the rock, the lonely rock in the river, and then the sirens come up and sing to them. It's amazing. There are many decks that the Three of Cups can sometimes represent a third-party situation, etc. Even if it was that, which can make sense in the narrative, right? Because we had one partnership, which we are leaving for the sake of another partnership. But here she is, you know, the queen of the realm of the ocean, and Cupid is just flying in out of nowhere. And it will result in this, right? Because the Nine of Cups is the natural evolution for the Three of Cups. So I see a happy ending for a risk well worth taking. Happy ending. Oh, sorry. A happy ending for a risk worth taking. I think I'm going to leave it at that. It's pretty great, guys. It's very courageous, but you seem pretty assured in yourself. In the past few months, it was a lot of dilemmas and, you know, options and crossroads and what to do, and you had there was this calling, but it was really frail, and you weren't sure if you're really hearing it or if you're imagining it. But now the calling is strong. It's really strong. You can't ignore it. You're fully aware of it. You give it its honor. Have fun. For those of you who are traveling and meeting this person, for those of you whom this person is traveling into your life, it could be someone that is not just traveling, but that it has come from a different either culture or a different place. That's a very common narrative for the twin flame scenario. Two people who come from complete different cultures, countries, languages, age. So on the surface, checklist, status, they're very different, but their soul vibrates on the same frequency, right? Because if you are a divine couple, you share the same soul. You are the same ship. Each of your bodies, each of your, personalities, a different part of the ship. Different floor maybe, or different the back, the front, the back. I don't know. Go with the analogy, but you are still the same ship that is sailing through the ocean of life. The two of you together have the same journey, have the same, path, and you may have different forms, different backgrounds, different whatever, but you are still the same essence. And that's what unites in truth. If you're a couple that is united based off of cultural similarities or convenience, like the Ten of Pentacles could sometimes represent. Then that could be an okay love, but that's not true love, and that's not your destiny. And that was very much accepted even up until a few decades ago, but no longer. There's a very big shift. There's a huge growth and evolution, spiritual evolution for the universe, and with it, for humanity, because us, the humankind, everything that is living and breathing on the face of the planet is just an expression of the divine, as above, so below. And the divine is evolving through our evolution. So if we unite with our frequency, and if we live up to our potential, and if we resonate on higher frequencies and have bigger and bigger light, then so is creation. And that's the goal. And I feel like creation is really pushing us there right now. And I feel like you're really sailing on that. Like you're not fighting the current. You are listening. You are acting. You're not afraid. You have this inner knowing, and you're going for it in the next month. And that's admirable and brave. Good job. If you want to see me again next month, press subscribe. Let me know how you felt. And have a happy March. See you soon.